So, what are those actors of public opinion then? We are halfway around. What are the actors of public opinion? So, we discuss about the party, right? Political parties and pressure group and interest group. They are the three very important factors of forming the public opinion, apart from civil society, associations and organizations, mass medias, right? Now you see what is important for you is to understand the party politics. So, what is the characteristics of political parties here in India? You might have some understanding about single party system, bi-party system, and multi-party system, right? So we do have a multi-party system here in India, right? And multi-party system is different from single party system and bi-party system, right? How multi-party system is different from a bi-party system? What are the merits of multi-party system that will make it different from a bi-party system and a single party system? And what are the characteristics of a party system here in India? If you look into the party system of India, you get to see if you have something to say and some aspect to highlight, then you can raise your hand. Okay? You have something to say, Priyanshu? Yeah.
What was the question? What are the characteristics of
Yeah.
multicultural system?
Yeah.
Or what are the benefits?
Benefits. Yeah.
Benefits, like I think in the multi-party system, local governments and local people are more represented. Because when it becomes bi-party, it becomes more like national. Like in America, this is Republican Democrats. But in India, there are local parties as well, like AGP of Assam, or like Tamil Nadu. So it becomes more representative of people.
Okay. Okay, I understood. You're talking about localization, the benefit of localization in terms of multi-party system. Any other would like to contribute? In terms of characteristics of multi-party system. So when we talk about multi-party system, definitely localization is one merit, but at the same time we see that multi-party system could also be equally nationalistic. So if we discuss the characteristics of party system can be national and regional. Okay, so Indian party system is of national variety and we do have a regional variety. We have some regional parties and we do have some national parties. Okay, and there are also parties which are secular and there are certain parties which are communal by nature because they uh, want to fulfill their religious attainment and that too through a party system, party politics. Okay, and then also there are parties which are divided in multiple lines in the sense that when country is divided and distributed across different regions, divided in terms of religion, caste, ethnicities, there are also parties formed on the basis of those caste line, caste consideration, religious considerations. And that is one very important element of multi-party system because it reflects the sentiment of different groups of the society, sentiment of polyethnic groups of the society. Okay, but when you talk about the bi-party system here, so these are the characteristics of the party system here in India. One is national and regional variety. Second one is you see that communal and a secular. We have the coexistence of both communal and a secular characteristics in the party system in a mixed varieties of party and multi-party party system. There are some parties which are secular. Even Congress, BJP are secular party. Local down, we talk about Janata Party, even a secular party, certain to the Samajwadi Party. But there are certain parties which are communal, Akali Dal. Even RSS also, Janasangh established as a political party initially, Bharatiya Janasangh, opposite of which is BJP. That was communal. But later, when we talk about the BJP is a secular party based on the Gandhian ideology. Okay? And we talk about regional parties at the same time, DMK, ADMK, AGP, which you have highlighted, many more parties. Dalit Kisan Mazdoor Sangh, it is another party, Lokdal, was renamed as a Dalit Kisan Mazdoor Sangh. And each and every party has certain characteristics and principles. So, parties are based on certain principles, certain ideologies. But the thing is that this is also one feature of Indian party system, that our Indian party system is not based on any solid ideology except CPM. But you see, many of us will support CPM. Why? Because of the pro-China attitude. You know about the CPM and CPIM. There are two wings and two groups, factions. When China attacked India, then a faction of communists supported China's attack, and they have formed CPIM. But yeah, they do have a very strong ideological ground, and that is Marxism. Okay, and there are also other, you see, principles and ideologies that they are working on. There are many parties working on multiple programs, multiple set of programs and the policies, but they may not have a very strong, solid ideology. Suppose they might be working on bank nationalization, might be working on even the socialist principle, communist principle. They might be working on expansion of agricultural benefits. They might be working on direct tax benefit to the people, and they might be working on abolition of taxation on certain group and certain set of industries. Okay, they might be working on revamping the goods industries, textile industries. So, which were also the principles and also policies of Lockdown. And later you see, based on their principles, they have changed their name. Per India has been changed and it has become Dalit Kishan Mazdoor Sangh. You see. Okay. So you actually see that here in India, we also have another characteristics in multi-party system, and that is called floor crossing and defection. Floor crossing or defection. Defections and many a time party members of the party change membership from one party to other party. So this is called floor crossing. We do have anti-defection law to prevent this floor crossing and defection from one to other party, and that too on regular basis and frequent defections. But there are also region for defections. There are different regions. Why member of one party join another party. Okay, so that is also another characteristics of Indian party system. Now you see, when you understand the single party system has not have the scope to provide public education. So party system has a role to create a public opinion and make an awareness and to educate you. But single party system cannot educate you. And the judiciary of single party system are relegated to only understanding the or supervise the efficiency of the executive. So the role of judiciary is relegated to making executive only answerable and accountable for the work that they are doing. Okay, so you see there are also despotism in single party system, right? And there is a less scope for mass education, mass awareness in single party system. And also you see that there is less of devolution of this power in single party system, unlike the multi party system. But in multi party system, there are fragmentations, There are polarizations on different caste, class, line, ascriptive identities, and there is also devolution of power. So we talk about decentralization of power in multi-party systems. So local parties can also raise um, over national parties at times when there is a coalition of politics in multi-party system. But in single-party system, we won't get to find any other opposition party, right? Hence, there is no scope for public education and public opinion. But in a single party autocracy, we also get to see the existence of public sphere. You cannot even say this there is no public sphere. So that public sphere is constituted of the pressure group. Right. So there are pressure groups which may constitute the public sphere, and party may not have any role in educating the mass and educating the public. Okay. But when you talk about the bi-party system, these are the two extremes, and we can expect to have a very strong opposition. Unlike the multi-party system, in multi-party system, although there are oppositions, opposition may not play a very healthy role in criticizing the activities of the government. Right. But in biparty system, opposition will always play a very strong role to unleash healthy criticism to the government. Okay. And hence it is very, very important to understand the party system across the world. We have multi-party system. The boons and bang of multi-party systems are very, very important to understand so that you could identify the role of a political party in mobilizing public opinion. Okay? And then when we talk about demerits of the multi-party system, we see that many a time bureaucracy can overpower the politician. That is also a demerit of multi-party system. We have seen nowadays that politicians always dictate bureaucrats how to work, what to do, what not to do. But it is also true many a time when politician is weak and insecure, then bureaucracy can take over. Bureaucracy can take over the politician. Okay, so that is another weakness, and there is also a devolution of this power, frequent devolution of the power, won't make one party stay for longer. So they cannot have a long-term plan and policies for the masses to execute, to give a definite direction to any policies, to any developmental issues. Okay. So that may be another demerits of multi-party system. But you get to find a vibrant public sphere because multiple parties will focus upon multiple issues and they will have multiple perspective, multiple viewpoint to one single issues. How to address those issues are their concern. And hence, in that process, you will educate yourself. Okay, so you see that party system is important and existence of pressure group. How many of you have actually uh, gone through read that video which I have posted when I discuss about the working of Indian Parliament and the pressure group? There I have mentioned then um, the pressure group might exist in a autocracy, in also a single party system, right? And pressure groups are different from interest groups just because it is bigger in size, right? So when we talk about the pressure groups are bigger in size than interest group. Interest groups are men of like-minded people. Interest groups are groups of men of like-minded people, groups of women of like-minded people. But when you talk about the pressure groups, they are groups of men and women of like-minded people which will put a pressure, which will put a pressure upon the government. And all interest group cannot be pressure group because they may not develop that intensity and also magnanimity to put a pressure on any policies of the government, any programs of the government. In order to become a pressure group, a group has to have uh, a numerical strength. Okay, numerically strong group can put a pressure on the government. Okay, and when we talk about the uh, role of pressure group, we also see on the basis of development of the regions, hmm, there are certain pressure group might also form. When a region is underdeveloped, on that basis, one pressure group formed to put a pressure on the government for the development of the regions. Now, how that pressure group is different from party, regional party? Hmm. Regional party can be formed when there is a weak national party system. This is usually observed or understood that when national parties are weak in the compositions, then there is a chance of formation of regional parties. And when there is a diversification of the issues, heterogeneity of populations, different issues, vastness of the country. Huh. So everything determines the formation of the regional party. In the sense that when country is too vast, so definitely we need to have more number of parties, not only on the basis of the territorial expansions, but to focus on each region, the issues of the regions, we can have regional parties. When the countries, when countries are too vast, when one country is too vast, wide, and then heterogeneity of population and heterogeneity of issues will also push the formation of the regional parties. And when there is a weak national party, that will also lead to formation of regional parties. And on the basis of religion, also certain regional party will definitely form. When we talk about India, you actually see Akali Dal was initially a communal party, and they demand a separate Punjabi Suba, right? Separate region for that. But that is a kind of secessionist trend. They want to succeed from India. Okay, they want to completely secede from India. Hmm. So that's a different tendency altogether. So separatism is different. When you talk about the separatism, that is also another tendency of regionalism. So in party system, we need to understand uh, the attributes of party system, the characteristics of party system. We also need to understand the role of party in forming the public opinion. Okay, so I'm not dealing much with it today. As I have told you that I'm not going to take a formal class, I thought of um, getting a status of your assignment. And if any one of you have done with your assignment, you can. If any one of you have finished the assignment, you can tell me your experience, what you have incorporated. Not yet? None? None of you have done that assignment? Yeah. Yeah.
We also have to focus on discussions.
See, as I have already told you that you are given four methods, right? So you can opt only two. You can opt only two. You can either go for content analysis and survey. You can either go for textual analysis or focus group discussion. You can either go for content analysis and focus group discussion, but you are supposed to do content analysis. And that can be textual analysis, that can be narrative analysis. If you are reading only the transcript instead of a video, so then you will go for content analysis, or here you can go for semantic content analysis. Semantic content analysis will involve the understanding of the meaning of certain words. Okay, so you need to identify those words which are powerful, which are strong enough to inspire the mass and motivate the mass and change their attitude and a mindset. Okay, so you need to frame certain words which are strong words, which are biased word, which can form the uh, public sphere, which are based on the elements of the propaganda, glittering generalities, or maybe a word related to patriarchy, related to love for nations, word related to integrity of the person, word related to his macho the impression. Okay, word related to populism, which can drive the emotion of the mass. Okay, word related to secularism, word related to nationalism, word related to development, you can identify certain words. Word related to sports, you can identify. Okay, if you have taken a right activist, then you can focus on the speech where those right and issues and claims are there. So these words will be definitely based on claims, but how he or she has made the claims will be analyzed by you. So you'll be analyzing how he has made the claims. So you first focus on those words having some semantic values. Okay? So, and after picking up those words, so what you will do, you will find out the polarizing effect of those words. Polarizing effect in the sense whether that word can create a us versus them attitude. Okay. And perhaps if those words cannot create any kind of polarizing effects, might not have polarizing effect, then you can also find some word related to polarizing effects. Okay. Even a right activist can have us versus them. When you speak in favor of certain rights, you are pointing against someone, authority. Right. So us versus them attitude is there in each piece. It's activist speech. Okay, so you find those us versus them uh, word having polarizing effect. So you are supposed to frame certain word, you will analyze those framing, how the lecture is being framed, how the speech is being framed. Now, okay, then you pick up those claims. These are the claims you identify: first claim, second claim, third claim, fourth claim. Those claims might be relatable. What are the claims? Huh. If there is an issue, there is a speech on environmental justice, talking about pollution, talking about effects on the effects of pollution on health. Okay, right to health. Okay, then right to live in dignity. It might be talking on. Then you were talking of the protection of biodiversity. Okay, a clean biosphere, which is also related to health at the same time, right? And then you can talk about right to have clean drinking water. Hmm. Wherever some you get to see mention about any word which is related to the theme, so you can consider it as a claim. Okay, so in that way you will find out the claims, and then you define the claims, whether it is assertive claim, he has asserted it simply, or expressive claim. Expressive, he has expressed with a case, with a story, with emotions. Okay, I have discussed some claims, so you find out in which claims that word will fit in. Okay, then you find out some evidence also related to that claims. If evidence, speech is the evidence, banner is there along with the speech, maybe that might be the evidence. If you are analyzing a video narrative, then those visuals will be evidence, the emotions of the audience will be evidence. Huh. If they are nodding hands, they are clapping, or their shocking attitude, or that expression, not attitude, expression, will be evidence. Okay, huh. You will mention. Then how you will mention? You will see the clip. Okay, this is a 15-minute clip, and that evidence is there within 12. to 13 minutes. Okay, in 12 minutes, no, you get to see one evidence, and that too of how many seconds? Maybe of you say 5 seconds. So 12, you simply write down that seconds. You get to see one evidence. Okay, like that way, you will do some quantitative study, but this quantitative study will not be based on any statistical evaluations. Okay, because we are applying a mixed method here also. So it's a research study basically, political research, how you will be doing a speech analysis. Okay, now for Parlocationary Act, effects of Parlocationary Act, I want you to carry out a survey among those who have had exposure of that particular speech. If he or she hadn't have any exposure, then you can make them watch. Okay, twice, thrice. Okay, so then you develop a questionnaire. How can you do in one day? 3, 4 question might go. Okay, or an interview schedule. Then you ask their comments, the effects, or maybe a focus group discussion. 2 questions you can ask. You can make them watch, okay, and then you ask them about their feelings. Too much for 10 marks.
For survey, what should be our sample size?
Maximum 10. Or maybe you can say 5 in 5 students, you only procure 5 students. You could procure only 5 students. Make them assemble. Okay, sufficient. Understood? It is a research experience for you. It will be good for you. Anyhow. In line with this, you can do, no? Because you are working on dissertations, so you'll be working on the speech analysis. Yeah, if you have any confusion, you can raise your hand and ask.
Then you gave us a sheet and we have to fill that sheet and along with that we have to do this analysis. Okay.
Yeah. So you can, yeah, that sheet is very important. So what you can do, you can that convert it to word file. Okay, and don't simply answer in one line or one sentence. Suppose theme, for theme though you have to address it in one line. For duration you have to address it in one line. But when you talk about the appealing aspect and non-appealing aspect, you cannot even address it in one line. So, but you cannot even come up with the excuse that there is no space in that sheet which is being given. So what you can do is to make your default format, okay? Then you analyze. You can do this. You need to sit with the videos at least for 3 days. You need at least 3 days, complete 3 days to sit with the videos. If you want to do a good study, 3 days time is required. 3 days time. You need to sit with the videos, 2 videos, develop set of questions. 2 questions will be sufficient to understand the parlocationary effect. Or from the claims also you can understand the parlocationary effect. Fine. Okay, that you could. You can take any campaign videos as well. Even I want you to take some campaign videos, campaign footage. Okay. If you study some campaign, it will be better. If you have already decided who to take, then it's fine. If you haven't decided yet, then you can take some campaign, BJP campaign, Congress campaign, any campaign you can. Ruling party campaign you can take. Okay? Because they have lot of claims to understand, lot of claims. When you understand one, when you look into one campaign, you will get to find the adjective claims that I'm talking of instead of simple like in a speech. So in lecture, my lecture, any class lecture, you will not get any kind of claims because we don't make claims. But whenever there is a campaign, okay, a speech during the campaign by politicians, there will be claims, lot of claims you will make that you will do this, do that, relate stories with that, relate any kind of issues which other party trying to create a us versus them polarizations. Okay? Okay. So, chalo.